Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve this very tough official guide question. The question number is DS95491.01 and this is a set and probability question combined. So let's start unpacking the question first and then we will go into the statements. So we are given that SAB are set of the outcomes where S is the superset, which means all possible outcomes, and A and B are just some outcomes within that set. So what would be the probability? Probability of A would be favorable outcomes, which is A, divided by total number of outcomes, which is the number of elements in set S, right? What would be the probability of B? Very similar. Probability of B would be total number of elements in B divided by the total number of outcomes in set S. What would be the probability of S? Probability of S would be favorable outcomes, which will be total number of outcomes in S divided by the total number of items in S, which is S itself, so that would be 1. It is given that tilde B, or I'm going to call it not B, are all outcomes in S which are not in B, right? So B and not B all fall in this S set. There is nothing outside of the set. So let's take a look at what that would look like, and I'm going to create a Venn diagram, but instead of creating a circular Venn diagram, which kind of confuses a lot of times, I'm going to create a Venn diagram, and that is an absolutely fine approach, although not very popular. So let me call this as my S. This is my total number of outcomes. Now I am going to divide it a little bit like this, and I'm going to call this my B, and of course this would be all the elements that are not in set. These will be my not B. Now let me assume a set A, which is given to be in S again, and this is my A. So what can I know about these two regions? This region dashed horizontally is A intersection tilde B, or A intersection not B, and this shaded slantly is my A intersection B. What I also know is my A intersection tilde B plus A intersection B is nothing but A. I'm going to use that. Okay, this is the only situation where I'm going to draw the diagram. For the rest of the items, I'm just going to use set formulas rather than confusing myself with further diagrams. However, just for the sake of completeness, what would be tilde A? Tilde A would be all outcomes in S which are not A. So the dotted portion would be tilde A. We don't need it, but just in case you were wondering. The question asks us what is the probability of A. Now here we are given that PA union B is 0.7. So what does PA union B look like in this diagram if you look at it, right? PA union B would have everything in A and everything in B, right? So something here. This is A union B. And similarly, PA union not B would be A union tilde B, right? In either case, both statement 1 and statement 2 individually are not sufficient because there is no way we can find just probability of A with PA union B. All right, so I can clearly mark them as insufficient without thinking too much about it. However, when we combine the statements, so 1 plus 2, before I combine them, let me write down the formula for A union B and A union tilde B. Okay, so PA union B, which is equal to 0.7, equals P of A. Similarly, 0.9, which is PA union tilde B from statement 2, equals PA plus P tilde B minus PA intersection tilde B. Let's add them up. So this becomes 1.6 equals 2PA plus PB plus P tilde B minus PA intersection B plus PA intersection tilde B. From this equation, we know that A intersection B plus A intersection tilde B is nothing but A. So this quantity here would be nothing but PA. We also know that B and tilde B is nothing but probability of S, which is 1, because as you can see here, this was my B and this was my tilde B. When I combine B and tilde B, it gives S, and probability of S is 1. So this quantity here is 1, and I have 2PA. We can keep it as is. This is 1.6. When you solve this, this gives you PA 0.6, which is sufficient to answer the question. Hence, the answer to this question is C, statements 1 and 2. together are sufficient to answer the question. If you have any lingering doubts about it, please leave a comment. I personally respond to all comments. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. All the best with your practice.